So these ads helped generate over $117 million for a solar company, and we filmed every one of them on an iPhone. If that sounds like hype, I get it, but everything I'm about to show you is backed by real data and campaign performance. None of it's theory. And if you're a business owner or a marketer trying to scale with paid ads, but you feel stuck on what actually works, you're in the right place. I'm Ryan, I'm from Buckhead Marketing. We build full stack marketing systems that help businesses hit their revenue goals without needing any massive teams or crazy production budgets. In this video, I'm going to break down a few of our best performing ads for Summit Solar, real examples that drove revenue and results. And if you're not in solar, these principles still apply. Whether you're in coaching, home services, e-commerce, the psychology of what gets attention and drives action is all the same. So you'll not only see what these ads look like, you'll learn how to think like a marketer when creating your own using the AIDA framework: attention, interest, desire, action. So let's get into it. I'll show you how simple these can be, even if you're filming on your phone and starting from scratch. So some food for thought before we get started. Before I show you these ads, I want you to understand that you cannot create desire in your product. You can only take the existing desires that are already out there and channel those existing desires into your product. Okay, so when you're reviewing these ads, think about that when you're reviewing these ads, and it might make more sense why these work so well. So I'm gonna play this ad for you really quick. And the thing you have to understand is this was at such a different stage in the market compared to the other ads that you're gonna see in here. When we first launched this ad, solar was very new to Illinois. It wasn't like a mass adopt thing like it is today. You see a lot of solar when you go to Illinois. And so we had to keep that in mind when we were making this ad, okay? So check this out.
Hey, so right here, we're out at one of our solar installs. You can see our guys finishing up, putting some panels up on the roof. I'm Josh Williams. I'm the president and CEO of Summit Solar. I'm going to talk to you today about how you can stop losing money to increasing electric bills and take control of your power with new zero down Illinois solar programs. So I'm out here at this install, and I figured I'd answer a couple Illinois specific questions for homeowners that might be a good fit for solar. Maybe you're really big on investing in your home and increasing overall home value, or maybe you're just trying to cut unnecessary monthly costs. See, our homeowner here is paying about 140 bucks a month, and he's just frustrated that he owns his home, this beautiful home, but yet he rents his power, right? So he felt handcuffed to his utility company, and luckily for him, Illinois just released a massive incentive program that allows homeowners to go solar for no money out of pocket. So I'm gonna share with you the 3 new Illinois solar programs homeowners are using to make the switch to solar, and also some insider secrets that can save you a ton of money in the process. Now, just to be clear, solar isn't for everybody, right? If you have trees covering your house, obviously you're not gonna be a good fit. Or let's say you have an electric bill that's less than $40 a month, solar's not gonna be right for you. However, if you pay more than $40 a month, solar's gonna be a no-brainer. And so click here and I'll share with you the 3 new solar programs built to save you money.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So, what we're doing is we're targeting homeowners on YouTube and on Facebook. You can't target homeowners anymore. There's ways that you can do it, but that's for another video. So attention. So right here, we're out at one of our solar installs. So you can see our guys putting some panels up on the roof. So he's not like in his car, right? Like talking about like solar, like he's actually behind the solar project and solar panels are being installed on the house. What's also behind him is trucks wrapped with Summit Solar. He's got cool cars wrapped Summit Solar. And that gives him social proof, like, oh, look, they have all these cars, right? They have these wrapped trucks. There's somebody getting solar installed behind the house. It's social proof is key in this, right? He introduces himself, and then he said, I'm going to talk to you today about how you can stop losing money to increasing electric bills and take control of your power in new zero down Illinois solar programs. So what he did right here is he tapped a core desire. People hate paying their electric bills, man. I'm telling you. They know they're increasing. They hate paying the bills. And what you're doing is you're providing a solution to take control of your power with new zero down Illinois solar programs. One of the first things they might be thinking about here is, man, what does that cost, right? But then once you say zero down, you're overcoming that price objection before they bring it up, probably as they're bringing it up. He's here to answer a couple of questions, specific questions for homeowners that might be a good fit for solar, right? Hey, I'm just here to answer some questions. They might have some questions when they say this. Remember, this isn't a phase of the market where people they just never really heard, they don't really know too many people that went solar. They might have a lot of questions. And maybe you're really big on investing in your home. Again, core desire of homeowners is investing in their home and increasing their home value. Maybe you're trying to cut unnecessary monthly costs, right? So again, these are all core desires of homeowners: investing in their home to increase their home value, cutting unnecessary monthly costs. And so he tells a story about how, hey, this guy was paying $140 a month, and he was frustrated because he owns his home, yet he rents his power. So right there, we positioned the utility company, because homeowners, again, a core desire is they like ownership. And so we said, yeah, well, you own your home, but you rent your power. So right there, we positioned the utility company as somebody you're renting from. And again, when you're positioning yourself, it's like, hey, you rent your power from them. With us, you own your power, right? So again, core desire of homeowners. He felt handcuffed to his utility company. Luckily for him, Illinois just released a massive incentive program that allows homeowners to go solar for no money out of pocket. Again, they've never heard of this before. It's luckily for you, though, Illinois just released a massive incentive program that allows homeowners to go solar for no money out of pocket. This is new. You've never heard of this before, and we highlight that in the video. And so, again, I'm going to share with you the 3 new Illinois solar programs homeowners are using to make the switch to solar, and also some insider secrets that can save you a ton of money in the process. This is prepping them for what's happening next after they click the ad. We had a video, so simple, just explained the 3 different solar programs. It was like SREX, net metering, and the federal tax credit. And then action, what we're doing here, this is classic sales stuff. We're doing a takeaway. So now, just to be clear, solar isn't for everybody. If you have trees covering your house, obviously you're not going to be a good fit. Or let's say you have an electric bill that's less than $40 a month, solar is not going to be right for you. However, if you pay more than $40 per month, solar is going to be a no-brainer. So click here and I'll share with you the 3 new solar programs built to save you money. So again, hey, look, this isn't for everybody, but if you pay more than $40 a month, this is going to be a no-brainer. Everybody pays more than $40 a month, man. And so that's going to be like, oh, maybe it's not a good fit for everybody, but I sound like a good candidate because I pay more than $40 per month. So again, send them to a landing page. Everybody talks about like VSLs. Dude, like we barely even knew how to write a VSL then. And so we just did such a valuable video. It's like a 5-minute long video of just outlining the solar programs, the new solar programs in Illinois. This ad right here, we spent millions of dollars on it. As you can see, it got 1.9 million views, thousands of likes, crushed it. And so attention, interest, desire, action works every time. So now let's go check out the next ad. Okay, so this is a completely different ad. I filmed this one in my apartment, and I'll talk about it after how I came up with this ad, but check this one out. It's completely different. So you'll never believe that when you go solar, you can't say that your home runs on clean energy. I'll prove it. So on my marketing guidelines for Illinois, it says approved vendors generally should not make the following or similar claims. Your home will run on cleaner, greener energy. And it's because the renewable attributes of this electricity will be sold to keep the cost of your panels affordable. So when you go solar, you're actually going to be selling the clean attributes of your power and use that money to pay for your solar. Check out what this homeowner got. So you can see this homeowner for the Illinois Solar Renewable Energy Credits, SREX, this homeowner got $11,168 on top of the $12,584. And money like this is what homeowners are using to pay for their solar projects. Now check this out. If you click this link, you can get one of these solar designs for your home and find out exactly how much you can get paid to go solar. Okay, so let's break this down. So attention, interest, desire, action. So, a lot of people, there's a good thing when you're doing copywriting. It's like counterintuitive thinking, like the contrarian way of thinking. It's good for hooks. So again, attention. So you'll never believe that when you go solar, you can't say your home runs on clean energy. I'll prove it. That's it. That was the hook. So what was happening here was I was reading my marketing guidelines, and I saw in the marketing guidelines that, and this is true, when you go solar in Illinois, you can't say that your home runs on clean energy, because with the incentive, long story short, you're selling the right to say that to the electric company. So I thought that was interesting. So in my marketing guidelines, it says approved vendors generally should not make the following or similar claims. Your home will run on cleaner, greener energy. It's because the renewable attributes of this electricity will be sold to keep the cost of your panels affordable. That's in the marketing guidelines. So that's like such crazy proof that I just showed right there. So that's interesting. Desire. So when you go solar, you're actually going to be selling the clean attributes of your power and use that money to pay for your solar. Check out what this homeowner got. You can see this homeowner for the Illinois SREC got $11,168 on top of the $12,584. And money like this is what homeowners are using to pay for their solar projects. Now check this out. If you click this link, you can get one of these custom solar designs for your home and find out exactly how much you can get paid to go solar. So again, this isn't a phase of the market where people have heard of solar, but they're really skeptical of it. Like they don't understand, there's a lot of like claims put out at them, like go solar and save money, or go solar and go green, all that just claims. And so one thing we were doing with this is we were showing them how it works, right? Because it might be like, man, like I know people are going solar and there's incentives paying for it, but I just don't understand how it works. And after watching this video, it's like, oh, I gotcha. I'm going to be selling the power and they're going to give me money and I'm going to use that money to pay for the project. Okay, I got you, right? Like that makes sense now. It kind of doesn't, still like a little bit of a knowledge gap, but it helps them understand like where this money's coming from. And again, if you click on this link, you'll get a solar design for your home and find out exactly how much you can get paid to go solar. And so clear call to action, again, attention, interest, desire, action. It worked well again. So now we're back out at a house with the solar panels behind it. And you can see right here, this video got 7.2 million views on TikTok, 21,000 likes, 1.8 million views on Facebook, thousands of likes, all that stuff. And this ad was very successful and it was very simple. Okay, let's check it out.
If you thought about going solar, I want you to consider this, right? This customer right here, the only reason he went solar was because of the math behind his electric bill, right? So if you looked at his bill is for $132 a month. 50% of the cost on a monthly basis was for taxes, fees, and delivery. The other 50% was for the actual electricity itself, right? Can you imagine ordering a pizza and paying 100% more just to have it delivered? You wouldn't. You'd go pick it up yourself, right? And that's exactly what he did. He put a power plant on his roof, right? And the best part is he did so for no money out of pocket. You can too. Right, and you can potentially start saving money right out of the gates if you have a home that qualifies for going solar for no money out of pocket. What I want you to do is click on the link below and find out if your home qualifies. Just click on the link.
So again, we're in this point in the market where there's so many solar ads, there's so many door-to-door people going door-to-door selling solar, and there's people considering going solar. And so what our ad is, hey, if you thought about going solar, I want you to consider this. And that was the hook. That was the attention grabber right there. And so the interest, our customer right here, the only reason he went solar was because of the math behind his electric bill. So we were talking to one of our sales reps inside of the house. I was like, so what do you do to sell these people? And he's like, dude, on the ComEd bill, you can see that there's an actual chart that breaks it down of your power costs. And it shows that 50% of your costs go to taxes and fees and other charges, and that's not even paying for the power. And then he also said, what I say is, could you imagine ordering a pizza and paying 100% more just to have it delivered? And that was where we got that idea from. I was like, oh my God, that's genius. And so the desire part, that's exactly what he did. He put a power plant on his roof, and let me back up here. So the other 50% was for the actual electricity itself. Can you imagine ordering a pizza and paying 150% more just to have it delivered? Everybody that's watching it says no. You wouldn't. You'd go pick it up yourself, and that's exactly what he did. He put a power plant on his roof. And the best part is he did so for no money out of pocket. Again, overcoming the price objection. You can too. You can potentially start saving money right out of the gates if you have a home that qualifies for going solar for no money out of pocket. What I want you to do is click on the link below and find out if your home qualifies. Just click on the link. So again, so simple, like action, very clear action item. It's an interesting thing, showing people the power bill, creating that issue where they can see where half of the money you're paying the utility company goes to taxes, fees, and stupid charges. So it was a no-brainer ad to film. Crush it. It was one of our longest running ads. Crushed it on TikTok. It wasn't even like in an actual TikTok format. And dude, you'll see like none of these ads are like crazy production. Like he even says at the end there, he's like, find out if your home qualifies. Like he screws up that last little part. Dude, it doesn't matter at all. The last one, I'm in my apartment, you know, pointing the camera at my computer. Like it just doesn't matter. And so great ad, take notes from it, copy it. It worked very well. Okay, so here's another one where I'm in my apartment, but now I'm using a green screen behind me, which you can use on CapCut, the app CapCut. There's a green screen option. The idea that we had here was way different than the other ones. Check it out. Here's how to Google your roof to see if it qualifies for solar. Although this house gets a lot of sunlight, because of the ridges, going solar is not going to be an option for this home. But this home, on the other hand, you can see that there's plenty of space on the roof and plenty of sunlight to put solar panels on the roof. Here's what this homeowner's solar design looks like. The available roof space allows this home to put 14 panels on the roof. And those 14 panels are going to allow this homeowner to save half of the money they were going to spend to their utility company over the lifetime of their mortgage. This includes $7,930 in federal tax credits and $8,232 from the Illinois solar incentives. If your roof has plenty of sunlight and space to put solar panels, click here and get this solar design for your home. We can show you exactly how much money you can save and exactly how much money you can get paid by going solar for $0 down. Click here and get your solar design today. So this ad just reminds me of how much I hate being on camera, and just the way how much I hate my voice on camera. All that stuff, again, doesn't matter at all. So right here, you know, there's a lot of people where it's like, man, I want to check out this solar stuff, but I don't want to talk to any salespeople. I just want to know if I have a good house for it, right? And I just got that like from out in the wild. Like people would always ask me like, hey, is my house good for solar? And pull it up on them, and I'd show them like, well, you know, you got too many trees. So that was like my hook, was like, oh shoot, like there's a ton of people that just want to know if their roof qualifies for solar just by looking it up. So hey, here's how to Google your roof to find out if it qualifies for solar. Right? Although this house gets a lot of sunlight, because of the ridges, going solar is not going to be a good option for this home. I gave a bad example, but this home, on the other hand, you can see that there's plenty of space on the roof with plenty of sunlight to put solar panels on the roof. Here's what this homeowner's solar design looks like. And again, the available roof space allows this home to put 14 panels on the roof. And those 14 panels are going to allow this homeowner to save half of the money they're going to spend to the utility company over the lifetime of their mortgage. So again, like you're showing a solar design and saying like, hey, look, he's got 14 panels and he's going to pay half of the money he was going to pay to the utility company. Extreme desire, right? That's, again, it all goes back into like wanting to save money. Extreme desire. Sorry, this is like recording all these videos, kind of getting to me. And then action. If your roof has plenty of sunlight and space to put solar panels, click here and get this solar design for your home. Again, you're selling them on getting the solar design. You're not selling them on drilling 70 holes in their roof and signing a 30-year contract. Like, you're just getting them like, hey, just get the solar design. It's free, right? And then figure out how much you can get paid and how much money you can save with this free solar design. It's such like low-level commitment. And so every single person that was clicking on this ad right here, they were clicking on this ad to get a solar design, right? So they had to do that by booking a meeting. So when they booked a meeting, they would show up to the call because they were pre-sold on like, oh, hey, I want to get this solar design. Also with this ad, let me jump back over to this page. Your roof. If your roof has save and exact put solar incentives, this was key. Going to spend this homeowner. So, right, everybody says like, oh, solar's free, and they like tell these like lies in ads where it's like solar's free. Right here, I'm showing solar's $25,000, right? But it's positioned next to a $50,000 utility bill, and you're going to save half. So, you know, I'm bringing up the price of it, but compared to the price of the electricity bills, like this is like a no-brainer, right? So again, you're getting rid of that price objection right here in the ad. This is a great ad, very simple. Again, I filmed this one in my brother's apartment actually, and I just had this green screen behind me. He was a solar sales guy, so he gave me some ideas, and I was like, well, you know what, I'm just going to film this ad right here. Ended up getting 2.5 million views on TikTok. It definitely got over a million views. I didn't capture that screenshot, but this says 915,000 views. It did very well. Copy it, take ideas from it. It was a good one.